Well, hello. So today we're gonna play U-13. I'm gonna stream a bit, maybe 4 hours. I'm gonna start a new game, and before I do that, I'm gonna show you. You'll see we have a lots of new stuff here. All right. So what I'm thinking is first to show you the new stuff. So on the board, right now we have Captain Sanity. So when this goes below 1, it's gonna prompt the game over. And how you lose sanity is by using some critical orders that's gonna lower your sanity. And sometimes you will just have to use those orders, although you can choose to use them or not. But sometimes you will be like pressed to use these orders. So this is also new. We have a captain's actions and a crew and officer actions board, so we can track our actions here. So me as a captain, I can do captain speech, I can order water distillation, I can order banquet, repairs, I can dismiss people, but I can also send sailor to the brig, execute them and cannibalize them. We also have crew and officer actions. Crew can do repairs, and each officer can do his special action. So first officer can perform a drill, second officer can make a toast, doctor can heal patients, and cook can make a dessert. And you see how that works when we get to that. I also added all these icons. I improved the game board. I added this like for instance here, if the morale goes in the last 3 numbers, you can't use veteran dice anymore. And when the ship status goes to the last 3 numbers, peril strengths are getting +1 to strength. I also changed the damage cards. So now this is how much damage you're gonna take, and also there is a permanent effect. And the rest you will see as we play. And I'm gonna use my latest rules. So there are like a video playthroughs. I already recorded all video playthroughs, and they will be like they are scheduled to be put in on my channel from day to day. But in the meantime, why not to use also live and to see the this is like a finished game right now. There are also changes to the crew and ship events, and these peril tables. They are much harsher, and if any of your officers dies, the negative effects are much harsher. Alright, so let's set up the game. I'm gonna take the random captain. So in this playthrough I'm going to be Gero Island, Capitan. Each ship repair action costs 1 less scrap and increases the ship status by 2 units. Alright, and you can see here that Captain cannot partake in peril missions, but at the beginning of the game add 1 die of any color to the veteran dice pool. So let's add a purple one, because I think that is the probably important one to do. All right, and you notice there are some like helping text for the exhausted crew, for the veteran dice pool, exhausted dice pool. I start with 6 sanity. I might in the future add a starting cards where they're gonna have a little story, and then they're gonna set up the board and the number of resources, and then you play from there. But right now we're gonna just use like a normal difficulty where you roll for resources and prepare your crew. So right from the start, to prepare my crew, I'm gonna discard 2 crew members randomly, so they will be out of the game. And then I'm gonna draw 8 of them and find my 4 officers. All right. So the cook should be using a blue die. If you send any other color of a die, you're gonna have -1 to that roll, so whenever cook doing something, so you don't want to do that. So yeah, my backer will have to be cook. Sorry, doctor. I was talking about doctor. For the cook, mayor will be my choice. First officer, let's take someone who has 2 dice, 2 red dice, so horse. And for my second officer, I would like someone with the yellow dice, so Schneider will be my second officer. The rest of the crew, we're gonna shuffle into the crew deck, and that is our crew, 21 crew members. Alright, Anarchy and Order start in the center, on the neutral position. Morale is all the way to 9, and ship status is also all the way to 9. Now let's get us some resources. So let's start with the fuel. That's a 3d6 plus 3. So 11 plus 3, that's 14 fuel. Ammunition is I think just 3d6. Let me check. No, we do the food next. So 3d6 for the food. Seven food. Wow, that's not good. That's not good start. Okay, let's see the water. 5 water. What is this? I will have to ration my stuff all right from the beginning. Okay, ammunition is next. 3d6. $14 ammunition. Okay, lots of ammunition though. Then we have a d6 scrap. Only 1 scrap. Medicine, d6 plus 2, so 6. And schnapps, d6 plus 2. Only 2 schnapps. Wow. Right, so not really stacked up submarine. I mean, lots of fuel and ammunition, but I guess we were on a patrol for too long and we used too much food and water. Now I can distillize water. There is an order that does that. It does cost like 2 fuel, but then I gain d6 water, so I'm not really scared about that much about the water, but we'll see. Food is the problematic thing. Alright, so the setup is finished. We can start. So we are in the first week. I'm gonna draw my first duty roster. And then to advanced a week time, we have to start drawing event decks. Oh, I forgot to. Oh yes, I forgot to prepare my peril deck. Alright, let me get these clues inside the peril deck. So shuffle the peril. I'm gonna shuffle all these decks. Alright, and then split on 3. And add 1 clue into each of these. It should be done randomly, so I don't see which clues I'm placing in which deck. So let's do it like this. Place on top of each other. Alright, yeah, so let's start with our events. Okay, I will take this as a resolution. So we're gonna draw an icon. Icon says a crew event. There is a event, so in 4 days we're gonna have a crew event. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's roll on the crew event table. That's a 3d6 roll. Let's see what happens at the beginning of the first week. 13. One superstitious sailor grew increasingly negligent. His duties abandoned as fear and ritual consumed his focus, weakening the crew cohesion. So first sailor from a duty roster that rolls a 1 or the lowest number is from now on marked as Jonah. From now on, every time he's in the duty roster, all other sailors from that roster have -1 to their dice rolls. Oh boy. Okay, I will need to add this to the diary. Okay, let's see who was actually the Jonah. Kruger got a 2. Dieter got a 2 also. Lots of 2s, Jürgen. Okay, 3 for the Wagner. 2 for the Schmidt. Oh my god, lots of 2s. Okay, a 4 to Schwartz. And a 4 to Schroeder. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 crew members with the lowest dice. So I'm just gonna continue rolling for them until we get the lowest. 2 here, 5 here, 3 here, and 4 here. So it's Kruger. Kruger is now pronounced as Jonah. Like he's like a negative part of the crew. Everybody thinks he's like bringing us bad luck. So let me add that to diary because it might be important later. I mean, it is already important. So. Okay, -1 to dice for the sailors. Well, I don't like that. Well, I can keep him for the rest of the week. Otherwise, I have some things I can do. Like for instance, I can do the dismiss action. Let me show you. So it says dismiss. Send 1 sailor to the crew discard pile, then add new sailor to your duty roster and anarchy +1 toward mutiny. So I can decrease my order by 1 by dismissing Kruger right now. The question is, do I want to do that? Yeah, he's like a bad luck guy, and oh boy, he has 2 purple dice that are really useful. Let's keep him from now on, but I need to advance the week. All right, I can always do dismissal later. All right. Oh, by the way, I didn't check my special ability. Oh yeah, I did. I fixed my ship better than Alright, so there is a peril we can do. So I can keep this as a resolution. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this as a resolution. But it's not a peril icon, it is a sub damage. There is no sub damage, but 2 days will pass. 1, 2. Week is not over yet. Interesting. Okay. Let me quickly just I don't think is the music too loud, or the video I placed in the background. So let me just put that maybe even less. Okay, let's do that. All right. So no events. Well, let's increase the time. I don't have to dismiss Kruger because the time's gonna be shifted, so I will get a new duty roster anyway. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna keep this as a resolution table. Damn, I was hoping I'm not gonna draw a ship event. So 4 days we get a ship event. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's we're gonna lose 1 food, 1 water, and 1 fuel. Then we unexhaust dice and crew. We don't have any. Discard previous crew. And draw a new crew roster. Alright, so ship event. On the second week, something's gonna probably break in our submarine. So that's a 2d6 roll. A 3, oh that's a really low roll. A strange creature became entangled in the propellers. It's thrashing, threatening to tear the submarine apart. Oof. Okay, ship status is -2. And then exhaust 3 sailors from the duty roster or draw a ship damage card. Okay. So basically I have to send sailors to clean the propellers, or there will be even more damage. Anyway, ship status is gonna go down to 7. And I will exhaust 3 crew members. Let's send Klaus, Zimmerman, and Wilhelm. They will go down there to clean those propellers from that whatever it was entangling inside. Oh boy. Interesting start. All right, let's advance our week. Let's continue advancing the week. Ooh, there could be a peril, but I only have these guys. I can also use up to 2 officers. You know what? I'm gonna keep the icon, but let's see, will it actually happen? Oh, it will. So 1 day plus 2 days, we're gonna have our first peril. So 3 days passed, and then we reach the peril. So let's draw a peril and let's resolve it. So we found some kind of a shipwreck on the sea. So I will send some people to go down there, and they find probably 3 resources and hopefully more. I can send 3 people. I mean, if I want to do it, I have to send 3 people, but I can send more than 3. The strength of the peril is 2, so there will be 2 dice added to this. So let me just look at the dice right now of the peril and let me think, what do I want to do? So this is what's already in the peril pool, dice pool. So I think 2 yellow could be yellow, purple could be red, I don't know. So just to be sure, I'm gonna do this. I don't like to send my officers right from the start because they can die, so instead I'm gonna send Mueller. I'm gonna send Schultz, and I'm gonna send Hartmann. Then if I want to exceed and send more people, I will have to pay with the food and water. Also I will have to pay 2 ammunition because there are 2 red die in the pool. We're gonna pay that when we prepare the dice pool. Yeah, I definitely want to send... These guys are exhausted, so I can't send them. I can send a cook, just to be sure to pass that. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I'm not so sure I'll be able. I can decide not to go, but then I have to discard 2 peril cards face down, and I might lose a clue because I will not know. Okay, I have a peril from a captain, so that's good. So maybe more blue dice. Yeah, I will have to spend 1 food and 1 more water to send our doctor with this security squad, and then 2 ammunition because 2 red dice will be in the dice pool. Okay, let's form my dice pool. So doctor adds a 1, 2 more blue from Hartmann, 1 yellow from Schultz, and 2 red from Mueller, and I will add my captain's die also. And let's go. Let's see how we'll... Oh yeah, I need to draw two more peril cards. Not cards, dice. Ooh, another yellow and a red. Okay, well, just what I thought it's gonna be. So I might not find additional resources because I'm pitted against 3 yellow dice for the observation test. But I'm hoping to win the all other tests. Yeah. We'll see. Alright, let's go. No 3. Well, actually, I do have 1 3. I can reroll that, and I will. Oh, 1. Okay. I don't have any. I cannot reroll peril dice. That's the problematic thing. I can use schnapps to reroll if I want to, for instance. Well, let's see what will happen with this die. This will be rerolled automatically. Okay, that's not good. And this will be rerolled automatically. That's actually good for me. So by these dice, I'm winning the strength test. I'm winning the... No, I'm not gonna win the sanity test if it stays with force. So I can use schnapps to reroll these dice. So I can use 1 schnapps to reroll 1. Okay. Remember, if you reroll dice or use some kind of like dice modifiers, you cannot reroll 3s again. So I think I'm gonna use my last schnapps to reroll this die. Okay, no luck. Well, let's resolve it. So removing all 1s and 2s. So let's see what happens. I win a strength test, 2 to 1. Oh, actually, this is not bad. So 5 is pitted against 4, but I still have 4 and 3 against nothing. So I win by 2. Because remember, it's not just the dice values, it's also dice numbers, how many dice you have. So I have 3 dice. 1 is basically stopped by this 5. Right? But I have 2 dice that are not stopped, so I'm winning 2 to 1 here. 2 to 1 here, 2 to 1 here. I lost here and I lost here. So sadly I still lost peril. So I will not get resources and I will lose 2 morale. That's the base on the peril strength. But let's resolve these tests before we continue. So the strength test I won, so I have an option. I can increase my morale, or the people that are in the test don't go to discard pile, because right now all these people will go automatically, except the crew, except my officers, to not to discard pile, to the exhausted pile. So I will choose. It doesn't really matter. The week's gonna pass anyway. Alright, so nothing there. Here, sanity test, I won 2 to 1. Let me check. Basically the same thing. I can increase anarchy over order. So yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. Instead, I can also stop exhaustion of the guys that contributed with the blue dice. Here I lost the observation test, so I basically don't get any items. that's all. You can see it here, like you gain nothing. But this loss of a peril test 0 to 1 means that I'm gonna roll on the lost lore test. No, I constantly call this peril, it's a lore test. So I will roll 2d6 with a -1 modifier to that. So that's a 4. In the grip of incomprehensible terror, the crew's sanity dissolved, and they fell upon one another like beasts. Alright, first sailor to roll a 1 on the lowest number is dead. Then the second sailor to roll on a 1 on the lowest number is wounded. And then anarchy +3 mutiny. Oh boy. I don't know what they saw on that sunken ship, but it made them completely berserk. So, and this applies to those people that you sent down there. So let's start with the cook. I mean the doctor. Oh, he rolls a 2. That's not good. This guy roll a 4. A 4. And another 4. So cook. I knew it. The moment I sent the cook with them, I knew it, something bad's gonna happen. Alright, so he's dead. And the second sailor is wounded. Which also, so I have to do that again. Alright, so doctor is dead. Which means morale -d6 and medicine -3. So let's do that immediately. Morale is gonna go down by 2. And I lose 3 medicine. 1, 2, 3. And I'll have to find a new replacement for my doctor. And you can only do that from your current duty roster. Alright, let's see who's wounded. These 3 are left, so let's roll their dice. Whoever rolls a 1 first or the lowest number. A 3 for you. A 4 for you. And a 3 for you. So it's between these 2. Okay, let's see. 2. A 6. Alright, so Hartman is going to infirmary with the wound. And I need to write this down because, as you know, if the sailor gets wounded again, he becomes medically unfit. So Hartman is right now wounded in action. Alright. Okay. And what else we need to resolve? Oh yeah, many things. First, these 2 will go to the exhausted pile. So only Klein is left. And as you know, once you lose one of your officers, you immediately have to replace him with what you got. If this is like, if you don't have any choice, then you draw the first card from the top of the crew deck. But I do have a choice. I mean, it's a poor choice, but the Klein is a new doctor. He doesn't have a correct die, so he will have minus die rolls anytime he has to, you know, perform maybe a wound token can yeah, maybe a wound token can do that. Thanks. Oh, we have a Joseph Levain with us. Yeah, but it wouldn't work, you know, Joseph, because these cards go into the deck. So what would you do with the wound token? So yeah, you have to track everything on in your diary. Sorry, that's how the game works. Okay, Hartman is now in infirmary, and all right. So let's also apply the negative effects from the peril. So no resources, but -2 to my morale. That was the strength, so 2 more morale goes down. And right from the start, my morale is on 5. Alright, so let's get back all these dice. Let me check. These are from the Peril. And these are just, this is my captain dice, which is exhausted, and these are removed. Alright, really not a good start. Well, we're gonna progress our week, and then we're gonna do the end of the week stuff. So before we do that, I can do some actions. So the question is, do I wanna increase maybe morale? Ooh, wait a second. I think I forgot to do something. I have a dead crew member. Oh yeah. Every time someone dies, you have to check was he like a favorable with the crew. You do that by rolling a d6. If you roll a 6, then then you're gonna roll again and lose that much morale. So Becker is not favorable with the crew, so don't care. But that's kind of, you know, you need to watch out for that. So when that happens, just resolve it immediately, because it can make you can lose a game. Because anytime morale or ship status or this goes to mutiny, or you lose all your sanity as a captain, the game ends immediately. So the timing is very important. Alright, so yeah, let's advance to the next week. Okay, I will take this as a resolution. So should be crew event, we don't have any events, so 2 days will pass. 1, 2. Alright, let's do this properly. We lose 1 food, 1 water, and we unexhaust dice and crew. You can unexhaust 1 die per week. And also I need to check for the veteran status. You can also see here it says check for veteran status at the end of the week. 6 place on the die for any color in the veteran die. So whoever gets a 6 first of these guys, maybe no one actually become a veteran, but let's try. So rolling for Klaus, 4 for Schultz, a 3 for Mueller, 3 Zimmerman, 6. Okay, so he will increase in his experience. I need to write that down. So Zimmerman. Okay. And Wilhelm is 1. Alright. So this means I can add one die to the veteran dice pool of any color. So question is, what do I want to do? Well, let's go with the yellow die. Yeah. All right, my new duty roster. Just looking at the situation right now with the food and water, I don't think I will survive. This might be a game like we're not gonna have like a second second stream. All right, before we advance the week, there is some stuff I can do. So my morale is pretty down, and I probably want to maybe fix a ship. So yeah, but I don't have any schnapps. Some of these action demands that you have schnapps. Like for instance, Captain's Speech. I need to spend 1 schnapps to do that. So how can I increase morale? That's the question. Banquet is a D6 food or schnapps. You can split, but I'm really low on food. I can perform a drill. Yeah, I will. First officer will perform a drill. So I can exhaust 1 die from the veteran dice pool. Let's go with the purple. And then roll a d6. On a result of 4 to 5, I can get some order and morale back. So 4 to 6. Wait, let me check. Is it 4 to 6? No, it's 4 to 5. This is a little mistake. Should said 4 to 6. Okay, I can fix that later on. It's good that I catch that mistake. Okay, successful. So I get anarchy +1 toward order, and I get morale +1, so to 6. All right. Yeah, let's keep our morale a bit up. Now I can do it again. The problem is my all dice will be exhausted, and I need the dice because I don't know what kind of the event we're gonna have. All right, let's advance some time. Let's try to find some perils to get, you know, resources. I can increase the water at least. So it's gonna cost me. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, I did spend the fuel. I can't remember. Did I spend? I think I did. For the second week. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. I think I didn't. So this goes down. So yeah, let's distillize some water at least. So that's gonna cost me 2 fuel. And I'm gonna get D6 water. 5 water back. But I'm really low with food. Only 3 food. And maybe I should also send Doctor to try to heal Hartman. Why? Because the more patients you have in the infirmary, it's harder to heal them. Now, you can see here, heal patients in the infirmary. Spend 1 medicine per patient. So the more patients, more medicine. Then I perform a peril test. Doctor's dice against the amount of blue dice based on the number of patients. If test is successful, I move 1 patient to the crew discard pile. So maybe do it now while I only have 1 patient. Yeah. But since I'm not using a correct die, I will have -1 to this die roll. Alright, so I'm gonna do that. Spend 1 medicine because we only have 1 patient. And let me get 1 yellow die against 1 blue die of the test. So I perform similar as I do for the peril test. Okay, so this goes down to 4. Oh boy. Remember, I can spend scrap to reroll yellow die. So I'm guessing Doctor is using some kind of a contraption. Well, Joseph, if Doctor gets sick, you will get a new doctor, so maybe he can treat him, right? Because you will get the new replacement for that officer. So someone will treat him, right? But you're gonna lose the doctor, because every time someone is lost from this part, you will get a new guy, but it's a permanent. It's not like your doctor that was sick is gonna go back to the current duty. No, you just get the new guy. That's why these guys are pretty precious. You only use them when you really want, have to. Alright, let's yeah, let's spend last scrap to try to heal. Let's try to reroll this die and let's hope for a 5 or 6. That's the only thing that's gonna help me here. Alright, perfect. So Klein somehow managed to heal Hartman. Good. Now keep in mind, I already written down in my diary that Hartman has a wound. It is now, I'm gonna just circle it that it is healed, but if he gets wounded again, he goes to medically unfit. Medically unfit sailor go put in these upgrade slots, so they kind of clog the upgrade slots. Those are people that do nothing on your ship, just take space, and this is where you have to decide later on what to do with them. You can put them in the brig, right? There's always option for that, but it's not good to send people to the brig, like it's gonna lower your captain's sanity and do all kind of negative stuff. You can also execute them, or you just make food out of them. That's the worst part you can do, but yeah. Alright. Let me check something. Okay, I can delete these dice. Let us advance our week. Yeah, if they are if they are not doing anything. I mean, it is a German submarine. So if you ever read that short story or The Temple, the captain was killing his like subordinates every time they did something that they defied his order or something. So there is that thematic thing with that story and this game. All right, let me advance the week. Okay, I'm gonna take this as a resolution, and after the 7th day we're gonna have a peril. Alright, but -1 food, -1 water, and -1 fuel. So I really need to succeed in this peril. Okay, let's see what it is. Alright. Oh boy, okay. So some kind of a huge creature just surfaced close to the submarine. Oh, alright. So 2 red, 2 purple dice. If I fail, the submarine will get damaged. The only thing I can get, well, not the only thing I can get. If I send some yellow dice, I can still get some resources. Maybe if I kill the creatures, get it from the creature. But I can get an curia from this. Alright, so let's see how many dice. So there will be 2 red for sure and 2 purple. And I can send, yeah, 2 red dice. Well, I have to send my first officer for sure. And I'm gonna send my second officer. So that's the maximum of the officers I can send. Now, when I send my first officer, give me ability to reroll 1 die. The second officer give me ability to bring 1 more guy on this mission without paying for food and water. So that's good. I can send right now 3 more people. So let's send Werner, let's send Kosh, and let's send Hans also. Yeah, let's do it like that. And since I'm sending 1, 2, 3, 4 red dice, that's how much ammunition I have to spend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's get my dice pool. So I have in total 4 red dice, so that could help me against this creature. In total I have 1 yellow, but I'm gonna add this 1 die too from from the veteran dice pool. I have 2 purple. I don't have any blue. Yeah. Well, let's hope. Oh yes, that's a problem. I just don't have any blue dice to spare. This is what I have to work with. Okay, now let's add 2 more dice to the barrel. 1 yellow and 1 blue. Damn it. Alright, let's see. Maybe I get lucky. But already it's gonna be really tough. Because I'm really, here's a problem. I'm really pressed with the lack of food. So that's why I had to send some people with the yellow dice to find some food, find some resource, find anything. And also because this was a big strength test, maybe I overdo it with the strength, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I get lucky and peril rolls really bad. Alright, so I didn't get lucky. I got very unlucky, especially with the strength test. Alright, let's see what I can reroll. I can reroll this, so why not? Okay, 4 is a good. So I'm winning this, I'm losing here, and I'm losing here. So I have to win here, I have to win here, and I have to somehow win here. And I can't do it because nothing can reroll pair of dice. I think this is a lost cause. The only thing I can do, I can try to reroll some of these strength dice. So I'm gonna spend 3 ammunition to reroll these 3 dice. Okay. And now let's remove all the 1s and 2s. And let's resolve. So 6 beats the 4, 4 beats the 3, but the 3 beats nothing. So 1 1 2 2 3 to 2. I'm winning 3 to 2. So I basically won. I won the strength test barely. I lost the sanity test by 1. Oh yeah, 4s will negate each other. So I won the observation. Ooh, so I will get some resources though. I will still lose the peril, but I will get some resources. So that's not bad. Okay, let's resolve. So I won a strength test. I have an option to increase morale or don't put my guys in the exhausted pile. I will increase morale, so these 2 will get to the exhausted pile. Same with this guy here. I lost the sanity test, so I need to roll on the lost sanity test with the -1 to that roll. That's 2d6. So 6 minus 1 is 5. One member is incapacitated by fear, panic attacks, fugue state. First roll to roll a 1 or the lowest number is insane and morale goes down by 2. Damn it. Alright, let's start with my first officer. Of course he's gonna go insane. Alright, let me write that down. And, his name is Horst. So I lose my first officer. Well, the good news, he's not dead. He's just insane. I will have to decide what to do with him. Basically, he goes as a medically unfit, or I can put him in the brig, or I can execute him. Yeah. Well, if the food runs out, I can make food out of people. But it's not gonna end good. I mean, you're just prolonging your misery. So that's the problem. But I'm hoping to get some food here right now. Alright, so my first officer is insane. So I did want the observation test with a 1. So I get a +1 to this dice roll and I roll 3d6. Come on, big roll. I need really big roll. Oh, it's not that big. 8 + 1 is 9. Small oil slip. Fuel d6. I guess this creature blood could be used as oil. When we killed it, it just released the oil. We picked it up. So no food. Okay, how many fuel? 4 fuel. Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I also lost the lore test, so with the 1 to 0 loss, so -1 to the dice roll, and I roll 2d6. And these lore tests, when you lose them, they're really bad. Wow, 3 -1 goes to 2. That's gonna be something really bad. A dreadful mass of agony swelled within the ship until it burst into a cacophony of whispers, an impossible language that wrapped itself around every mortal soul. Gain cursed condition. So our ship is now cursed, which means -1 to all dice rolled by the crew. Oh. Can this go even more bad than it already is? Can it go more bad than it already is? Oh my god. Okay, well, let's see. I don't get that curio since I failed. The peril morale is gonna go down by 2. That's the strength of the peril. And also my ship got damaged. Let me right, because we had this really fight with the creature that we actually lost. Main propeller is damaged. So this number here tells me how much ship status I have to deduct. So 1, 2, 3. We are almost on the precipice to have like peril strength +1. All right. It's this is like a continuous event. It says add 2 days for each event. So basically, adding days is not that good because then you skip from week to week, and then you know people have to eat. You lose water, food, fuel. Yeah, this will just kill us unless I manage to fix it. I need 3 scraps to fix this. I have 0 scraps. Depleted resources, no scrap, no schnapps. Oh boy. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. Alright, well, I will have to put my first officer into the brig. So let's see what... Actually, let me think. If I put him in the brig, Anarchy is gonna go toward order, which is not bad. But then I roll 1d6 to check crew foundness to that sailor. On a result of 6, morale is gonna be -d6. So that's a problem right now. You know what? Let's just let him linger insane all over the ship. So he's gonna be there. And I will have to find a new officer when I put these guys into the exhausted pile. So who's gonna be my new officer? One of these 4 guys that are left. Okay, let's put the Fisher. So Fisher is promoted. Congratulations, Fisher. You are promoted because your previous first officer is now moving to the ship like a ghost. Okay. So let me get these peril dice back into the bag. So I used 2 red, 2 purple. This also goes into the bag. Yeah. Let me check actually. Yeah, 2 red goes into the bag. You can check easily because you should have 4 of each color. So this guy was giving me 2 red. Yellow came from my second officer, and this is basically my exhausted dice pool. All right. Well, the question is, what do I want to do here? I think I will have to start to cannibalize people. And I already know who's gonna be my first victim. This guy here. Now why him? Because you see, he gives you 2 dice. Which means you're gonna roll 2 dice and get that many food. So he was kind of fat around the waist. So I'm guessing that's gonna happen. And the schnapps is out, so I cannot increase my morale. So could be that our morale is gonna go really down. And I cannot fix my sub because also I don't have any scrap. So there is that. And we are also cursed. So -1 to all dice rolled by the crew. Well, let me advance the vehicle. Let's continue. I have to find another peril, so I'm keeping this as a resolution. But instead of a peril, I get a crew event in 4 days. So some of these crewmen, something will happen. Okay, let's see what kind of crew event we have. It's a 3d6 roll. Some sailors reported a shadow moving through the submarine corridors. Unease, spreading, and suspicion and fear took hold of the crew. For each card in the dead sailor pile, lower your morale by 1, -1. So let's do that first. Because I do have 1 dead sailor. I guess his ghostly apparition is now hunting the sub. You can lower morale 1 less unit for each resource you spend by tossing them into sea to appease evil ghosts. You know what? We're gonna toss some water into the sea for his dead soul. Because I can accumulate water, but I cannot accumulate nothing else. So yeah, here's some fresh water to appease the ghost. Can the curse be lifted? Yes, curse can be lifted. There is only one way though. You have to pass a lore test, and then you have to win it by either +1 or +2. So you have to invest in your lore. Actually, let me check. I think, yeah, that's it. because it is a d6 roll, but there is a 7 here, which means you can only get a 7 if you got the dice roll modifier, which means you have to pass a lore test with really good amount of dice, and then you remove the curse condition. So I'm not so sure that's gonna happen. I think the curse will now take its toll and kill us slowly, unless we all die from starvation. Okay, so what the hell what I wanted to do? Yeah, I have to do this. I have to use my critical order, cannibalize. So send one sailor to the dead sailor pile, then get food d6. So he has 2 dice. So let's get some food. Oh my god, only 2 food. Oh boy. He was skinny. He was skinny. And also morale goes down by d6. 5. Alright, that's a game over. Thanks for watching. That's a game over. We killed a crew member that was really favorable with other crew members. I guess they thought of him as his brother. Once I killed him, everybody defied my orders. No more morale on the ship, and we were lost in this Eldritch world. Alright, so there will be no second stream. Well, it will be, because I sure want to stream this game again. But you can already see that, as I stated in my BGG post, once you win this game, you're gonna celebrate like you, I don't know, you accomplished something really really powerful. Alright. Well, thanks Joseph for coming by to check out the stream, and see you, I guess, next time. And I'm gonna write down this little story, because I know what happened. I wrote everything in my little diary, so it will be interesting. We survived for 4 weeks. So one full month in this Eldritch Sea. So there is that. Okay. So see you next time.